Come back down to Mars. Girl was chasing cars. What happens when the road is slow? But shit ain't that fine. No way. No way. No way.
Hey guys, we will start in about 5 minutes. And I would turn on my Pandora, but it's not, it's kind of explicit. So we'll just sit here in quietness. Two minutes. I could play the final countdown. I posted that on Sierra Syndergaard's wall. She just had a baby. So if you're friends with Sierra Syndergaard, make sure to hop over onto her wall and congratulate her on having her third child. But I posted that on her wall a couple of days before she had Gunner. So we could do that now. One minute. All right, guys. We're going to go. I think our team is growing at a massive rate. And so I thought that it would be a great idea in order to all on one webinar and learn from each other on how I built my business and kind of going over the 3 vital behaviors. This business is super easy. It's just a matter of doing it. You don't overcomplicate it. I am my PowerPoint. Let me screen share first. cannot see my screen, then just make sure that someone can't check Facebook at this point. So if a slide doesn't pop up, then just make sure that you text me. Something's wrong. So congratulations, you are now a Beachbody coach. You have been added in a ton of Facebook group pages. You have been sent a new coach welcome link. You have set up a phone call with your upline coach, and you're feeling a tad overwhelmed. All you know is that you just bought a workout program in Shakeology. And what the heck do you do now? Where do you go? What on earth do you say? What? And a lot of people freeze at this point because they're so scared that they're going to say something wrong, they're going to do something wrong, and it's so overwhelming. You've got all these websites, you've got 2 team websites along with Team Beachbody with tons of training, and it's like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. So we're going to go over the 3 vital behaviors and then also your first few goals. So this business, like what I said, is very, very easy. This is it in a nutshell. You are doing these every single day. And that means that if you are working towards your business. You're working towards your goals. And this is kind of the stuff that's, I always say, is the unsexy stuff. It's not overly fun. It can be mundane. But the people that do it are the ones that are successful, that reach their goals, whatever their goals may be. Everyone has a different goal. Whatever that is, whatever your deep drive is, whatever your why is, whatever your purpose is, and I'll kind of talk about my story and what my goals are at the very end. But whatever is driving you, what made you sign up for this is what you need to stay focused on. And in order to get to that goal, you're going to have to focus on just 3 things. So in a nutshell, the first one is inviting. If you're not inviting anyone to your party, you are going to be very, very lonely. And like what I said earlier about the wine, we're all sitting together. Hopefully you're having water, recovery drink, wine, whatever. But it's not a party if you're the only one sitting on here, or if you're the only one that is doing it. So make sure that you are inviting every single day to your party, to your life, to your business, to your challenge groups, everything. Make sure that you're inviting and it's fun. Number 2 is be proof the product works. And I'll kind of go over a little bit of my story as well about that, because I've been in this business for 4 years and my weight, to be honest, has fluctuated quite a bit. So I will go over a little bit more into depth about how to be proof that the product works. And the third one is personal development. And that one is another big thing. I actually talked to a coach today. I hope that she's on. And she said, I never realized how important personal development was until I started doing it. And then I realized, why I needed to be doing it. So personal development is huge. And that's another one that a lot of people just really don't think about. So let's get into the meat and potatoes. Inviting. This is the scariest part. And I'll kind of give you this to chew on for a little bit. When you started your workout program, you felt very uncomfortable at the very beginning. I did. When I started, I was picked for the Hammer and Chisel test group. And I was very used to Body Beast. I had gotten great results with Body Beast. And I was like, when I started Hammer and Chisel, I was going, this is different. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what weights I should be using. I think I just want to quit because it was awkward. I was awkward completely. So then as I got further into it, I was like, oh, okay. So this is coming up next. This is going to happen. I'm starting to see results. And it got a little bit easier, but I had to stick with it and move out of that awkward stage. If I quit early, I would not see the results that I have seen. So kind of think about that. Think about if you've ever done Turbo Fire. Oh my gosh, the first day that you do Turbo Fire, you look like the biggest goof ever. And that's how you feel when you start inviting people to the business opportunity or to challenge groups or to whatever. So just make sure that you keep inviting and that you move out of that awkward stage. So a couple of things, a couple of scripts up here is one that I always use is, have you ever considered doing what I'm doing? And it's very, very easy. It's something very simple. I don't send long scripts. If you're one of my coaches, then more than likely you got that. Have you ever considered doing what I'm doing? I don't send out a lot of information at once. I kind of keep the conversation going. I'm holding a free clean eating challenge. Would you like to hop in? Do you have a friend who would like to join you? So not only are you inviting that friend, or are you inviting your initial person, but you're also inviting their friend. So that means you're getting more names that you can add into your tracking, however you're tracking your business. Or, hey, Jill, I'm starting a 30-day Beachbody challenge on this date and have space for just a few more of my customers who buy new fitness programs, yada, yada, yada. You can take a screenshot of that, or I have the slides if you want. But first and foremost, you do not start a conversation with these scripts. What you have to do is you have to build a relationship first. We are 100% about relationship building. How I picture my business, and I build my business 95% on Facebook. A lot of people that I have met locally, I have added either on Facebook before they knew me, and then I've gotten to know them locally, or they're on Trey's football team. I've met them at Callie's school, whatever, and I have figured out their names and found them on Facebook, and then I kind of get to know them in that way. So I build 100% or 95% on Facebook. I meet a lot of people I don't know. A lot of you guys I've never met personally, but I feel like I know you. I feel like you're my best friends and I've known you forever. So how do I meet people and how do I go into the invitation process? Number one is I find people that I have common interest with, whether that is we go on Disney cruises. So I will find a lot of people on the Disney cruise like page, and I ask them questions because I want to know, what trips they're planning, how have they done this, what did they think about this excursion. And so I don't meet them and automatically start inviting them. I meet them and I really kind of pick their brain, like, hey, nice to meet you, saw you on the Disney Cruise Line page. What trips have you gone on? We just got back from one, and you're building that friendship. Same thing with a dog. We had a German short-haired pointer that was very wild. And this was our first dog, and I needed a lot of guidance. And so I found a German short-haired pointer group page. And so I met a lot of people. I actually met Amy in there, and we had our dogs were the same age. And so I would ask her questions. We would kind of talk about our experience. And that's how I met a lot of other people as well. It's just that common interest. So think about any brands that you buy that you're loyal to. If you go to certain restaurants, find their like page, tag them. Wherever you travel, look for like pages as well. If you're a mom, if you're a dad, if you're pregnant, no matter what, you can find common interest. If you coupon, if you're a teacher, whatever, there are like pages and there are group pages specifically for those. Also, if you're football moms like me or baseball moms, there's also group pages for that too. What you're going to do is not spam, but friend request people that you feel like that you can connect with off of those pages. Send them a friend request and get to know them. Hey, Jill, just saw you on the football mom page. How old is your son? And then kind of talk about that. Talk about, what's going on. How is the football team that your son is on? Whatever. When you feel like that relationship has gotten to a certain level, you're going to feel it. And then those are the people that you're going to go to and say, okay, seriously, I really like you as a friend, and I just didn't know. Have you ever considered doing what I'm doing? I'd love to have you. I think so much of you. Or, hey, I know that we've talked about, eating clean before, And I just didn't know. I'm having a free clean eating group. Would you like to join in? You know, just let me know. No big deal, whatever. You're going to start seeing that whenever you build that relationship up first, that they're actually going to respond to you. If you start inviting too early, they're not going to respond. In our intern group recently, I posted a video. I might have posted it in Fierce Renegade too, about not going in for the kiss too soon. Make sure when you're dating, you don't want to go in too soon. You want to kind of build that relationship up. You want to see where it goes. You want to get to know that person. So make sure that you don't jump the gun and go in for the kiss too soon. Make sure that you build that relationship up. You build that trust up. They like you as a friend. You like them as a friend, enough to where you want to invite them to something, if that makes sense. So it's always about finding people, friend requesting people, building that relationship up, and then inviting. Don't skip any part of that. Stay in that order. And as you're doing this every single day, you're always going to have people in your funnel that you're inviting, and then people that you're friend requesting. So personal development is crucial to your life and to your business. And I did not think that this was a big deal until a year and a half into the business, and I was not growing. My income was not growing. My rank was not growing. And I was at a point where I felt like quitting. And that's whenever I started digging into personal development and reading as much as possible and getting on as many trainings as possible. And it helped. That was in 2012. In 2013, I was number 25 in the company, and I became an elite coach. I also was able to quit my job, and I felt good about myself. But when I did that, I stopped reading, and I stopped caring about what was going on in between my ears. And I let a lot of stuff get to me, and I made a lot of poor choices. So in 2014, I found myself basically crying in my closet at least a couple times a week. I felt like a poor failure. I felt like a poor person. I felt like I was alone and I didn't have anyone. I let all this negativity seep into my head, and I started comparing my business and my life to other people, and I hated where I had become. I hated I wasn't growing. I hated that my marriage was failing. I hated that my weight was fluctuating at that point, and I couldn't grasp anything going on in my life. It was all chaos. At that point, I found Kara Leba, who wrote the Champagne Diet, and I actually paid for her mentorship, and I've read every single one of her books. So she wrote the Champagne Diet. She also wrote Fearless and Fabulous, Sparkle, and she just came out with Girl Code. And it helped me tremendously. And at that point, that's whenever I committed to at least one book a month. I knew that if I could keep my head grounded in one book a month, it would keep me focused. And it would keep that negativity out from in between my ears. Because that's where the struggle happens. If you feel like that you're not moving in your business, more than likely it's because of personal development. No doubt. I have no doubt about that. Whenever your mind goes crazy and you start comparing, or you start doubting yourself, or you feel like that you're not worthy of your goal, then you will never reach it. I'm serious. So I want you to today pick a book off of this page and order it or find it at the library. I don't care how you get it, but make sure that you do get a book and you commit, especially since it's the first of the month, or really second, that you will commit to reading one book this month or one podcast when you're in the car driving to work. And it will make a huge, huge difference in your life personally and in your business. You are proof that the product works. And it sounds so simple, but at the same time, I think we all struggle with that. You're not really sure. Like, you're not sure how to advertise, you're not sure really about anything. And so I will promise you that if you are proof that the product works, if you drink Shakeology every day, if you work out every single day, if you follow the container system every single day, you're going to see a difference. You're going to feel better about yourself, and people are going to see it as well. We have our own Nikki Hunter, who has lost 105 pounds. Actually, I think she said 106 pounds when I saw her at Super Saturday. She's won $1,500, and the contest for winning the $5,000, I think, was up today. If she can do it, then anyone can do this. Tara won $500. So make sure that you find something that you love, that you are doing a workout that brings you life and brings you passion. If you're doing the same workout for 2 years and you don't have that passion anymore, it's time to look for another workout. Don't feel like that you have to keep doing the same thing and that it's not fun, because if it's not fun for you, you're not going to be able to portray it with other people that it's fun and that you love it. So making sure that you're finding that you're staying fresh, that you're holding yourself accountable, that you're posting about it. And if you want to look on my page on how I post stuff, I never post my website. I post a lot about hammer and chisel, partly because the launch is coming up in December. But beyond that, you know, I don't advertise. I kind of do like a sneaky advertisement. So if you want to look at my page on how I post about my workouts, whatever I'm doing, make sure that you go onto my page. Everything's public. I also love Derm Exclusive. I've been using it for 3 years. And I just kind of made a post about that with this picture, just talking about how much I've loved it on my face. Seriously, I can't go a day without it. And if I run out, I more than likely overnight it, because I will freak if I don't have this stuff on my face. It's helped me so much. So finding stuff that you love, making sure that you're checking out the performance line, that you're looking at the workouts, that you're looking at Derm, that you are drinking Shakeology, all of that jazz. Another thing I'm very big on is doing a workout from start to finish. So for a long time, I could not find my groove in a workout. I would start one and then I'd quit, and then I would decide to do a hybrid, and then I'd quit, and I would just flip-flop back and forth. And so at that point, I had gained about 20 pounds, and my jeans were starting to get tight again. And I was like, crap, I never wanted to get back to this level again. And so I finally called my mentor, Paj and Lisa Mohajay, and I said, tell me what to do. Just tell me what to do. Tell me what workout to do, and I'll do it. And so that's whenever they suggested doing Body Beast. So I committed myself to doing Body Beast for 90 days. I followed the nutrition calendar the way that it was supposed to, the way that it was intended. And I followed it to a T for 90 days. I lost 15 pounds. And I also had the opportunity of possibly being in the infomercial. It completely changed my body. It completely changed my outlook on life, that I could finally overcome me binge eating, that I had control over my eating, and that I could actually do something from start to finish. And every day I posted about it and I talked about it, more than likely to hold myself accountable, because if I didn't post about it, then I more than likely wouldn't do it. So in my head, I was going, okay, well, I'm going to have to make a post about it, so I've got to work out. And I will tell you that statistics show that the people who use social media for accountability will more than likely succeed before the people that don't use social media for accountability. So I want you to quit worrying about what other people are saying or what other people are thinking about your sweaty selfies. And I want you to post that and be proud of that shit. Like, own it. Because you're the one that is doing it. It's your life, and you need to do it. You need to. That's your accountability. I don't care if people get tired of my sweaty selfies or me flexing my abs, because I'm pretty proud of my abs. And if they don't like it, then they can just defriend me. And that's kind of how you need to look at this. So anyways, you are your advertisement. You are a walking, talking Beachbody billboard at this point. It does not mean for you to invite every single person that you meet right off the bat to drink Shakeology, or that your workout is the most awesome thing. It's that you're holding yourself accountable and that you're doing it every single day. And in turn, people are going to see what you're doing. So your first goal is to become an Emerald coach. It depends on the person as to when you can do this. Some people, it will take literally a day. For me, it took 31 days. That was my 30-day goal, was to become an Emerald coach. So it depends on the person. I would say for you to become an Emerald coach before the end of the first month that you sign up. So no matter if you sign up on the 28th or no matter if you sign up on the 1st, make sure that you are an Emerald coach by the end of that month. That means that you are an active coach buying or selling 50 personal volume every 5 weeks. You also have signed up 2 active coaches underneath you, one on your right leg and one on your left leg. They could be a spouse, a friend, a mom, a grandmother, whoever that you could get to sign up, whether it be to help you out, whether you're selling Shakeology packs under that account to recoup that account. But whatever you're doing, make sure that you have 2 active coaches underneath you and reach that Emerald rank as fast as possible. That's whenever you basically open shop and you are making team cycle bonuses. So you're making money off of your team underneath you at that point. So it's crucial for you to get to that as soon as possible. This is a great script if you want to screenshot this. People want to help you out. They do. So if you go to people and you say, hey, I am trying to reach a goal by the end of the month, and I'm looking for some rock stars, and I immediately thought of you. I just didn't know, if you would be interested, or just let me know, ! And of course they're me like, oh my gosh, I want to help you out. Totally. People naturally want to help you. And so at that point, then you kind of go into the business just a little bit. Don't overshare. And then you keep them going and keep them going. And then hopefully you walk them through the sign up process. But something very easy like this, or hey, I'm trying to reach a goal by the end of the month. I'm looking for some rock stars. I immediately thought of you. Just let me know. That's amazing. And people want to know more. They want to know what you need in order to reach your goal. So make sure that you are bound and determined, no ifs, ands, or buts, to become an Emerald coach by the end of the first month that you sign up. Your second goal is to make Success Club. Success Club is a no matter what goal. I don't care if I have to stay up until 9:30 that night on a Saturday night in order to make Success Club for that month. There were actually people on Halloween that was pushing it and chugging it to make Success Club. And I am super proud of that. So what is Success Club? Why do you want to make it? And how do you make it? First of all, Success Club 5 or 10 is a great tracker on how well your business is going. If you're making Success Club every single month, then you are making income. Your income is building off of each and every single month, and you are earning your Shakeology money, as well as hopefully putting money back in your pocket, in your savings, buying gas, buying groceries, going to the movies, whatever, but you're making income, and it's building every single month. You earn prizes, you earn cash, and that's how you earn the free trip every single year. And it kind of changes. Now you have to put a deposit down, but I will tell you that those trips are so amazing. The first year that I pushed for it, we went to Disney, and I could never afford to take my family to Disney. And the trip was in March, around the time that my middle child was turning 3. I think it was 3. And so that was my main goal for that year, was to earn that trip and earn the tickets to the park for her 3rd birthday. And so I was able to take my mom, my sister, Trey, my oldest, and Callie, my middle child, and my husband and myself all to Disney. Our hotel was paid for and our park tickets were paid for, all because I made Success Club every single month that year. That is an incentive. To earn a cruise and to earn a suite on the cruise is an incentive for me. I love traveling, and if I can travel for free, I will make sure that I will make Success Club every single month. So how do you make Success Club? Basically, you earn 2 points for every challenge pack you sell to a customer or to a coach. You earn 1 point if they just order a home direct order, which, I mean, it can be the performance line, it can even be Durham exclusive. It's just got to be 90 PV. More than likely, people just pick Shakeology if they're trying to make Success Club. But I want you to look at taking the 1 point out and just focusing on the 2 points, focusing on the challenge pack. Challenge packs are like cake in a box to me. It's hard to mess up a cake in a box. I mean, my kids think that my cake is amazing, but it literally comes out of a Duncan Hines box. It's awesome and they love it. There's no way I can mess it up. I'm not a cook. I'm not a baker. I'm not anything like that. So they love it. But the challenge pack is like cake in a box. It's cheaper. It's discounted if they buy a workout and Shakeology at the same time. You are saving a ton. If you want to go back and add up the club fee that they get with the challenge pack, the workout and Shakeology, if they bought it all a la carte versus a challenge pack, you will realize how much of a savings that they are getting. So it's saving a ton of money. And B, they get the whole kit and caboodle. They get Success literally in a white and blue box. They have 30 days of Shakeology. They have their workout. They have the club membership, which now they're able to stream workouts on, so they can immediately start their workout and figure out their nutrition guidelines at the same time. So it's a huge savings, and it's Success. Everything has a money back guarantee, which I always tell people. So there's no reason why they would not want a challenge pack. I actually had a guy that wanted to buy Shakeology, and that's all he wanted. He said he didn't want to work out. And so he got on to order Shakeology, and he said, okay, can you tell me that this 21-day fixed challenge pack is only $10 more than just buying Shakeology? Is that correct? Am I looking at this correct? And I was like, oh, yeah. I mean, you're only paying $10 for basically a 21-day fix in the containers. He was like, well, that's a whole better deal than just buying Shakeology. So he bought the 21-day fix challenge pack. So kind of look at it on that level. So 2 points. The goal is to at least make Success Club 5. So you need to be helping at least 3 people a month get into a challenge pack, either as a new coach or to a customer. When you do that and you're an Emerald coach, you get free customers from the infomercials. I was a free customer. That is people with email addresses that you're able to connect with of some form or fashion. You can call them, you can text them, you can email them, you can find them on Facebook. You also get money, get commission off of anything that they order in the future. So that's why it's very crucial to make Success Club 5 every single month, as well as being an Emerald coach or higher. When you make Success Club 10, so that means you're helping 5 people into a challenge pack every single month, then you also get Shakeology customers, and you get commission off of that as well. So make sure that you make it a goal to at least make Success Club 5 by the end of the month, or set a time. You know, Shakeology or Success Club 10 by the 10th is always the big one that people want to go for. But set it in your mind that you are going to make Success Club every single month. No ifs, ands, or buts. I love it. So we're going to end this call by the bigger picture, and I will tell you a little bit about my story. My name is Jacqueline Smith, if you don't already know. I've been a coach for 4 years. And before I started this, I actually got pregnant when I was 18. I graduated high school in May, found out I was pregnant in June, and got married in July. We struggled a ton. We lived in a very small apartment. I remember our first Valentine's Day that we couldn't even afford to go to McDonald's because we were that broke. Our son was in the NICU unit for 2.5 weeks because of his lungs, and we were flat broke. At that point, a few years later, we were doing fairly decent, living paycheck to paycheck, but I felt like we were doing pretty decent, and I started noticing things changing in our checking account. And that's when I found out that my husband was on Oxycontin and cocaine. So at that point, I had to help him recover. He lost his job. We had to file bankruptcy in order to protect the house. And at that point, we had to rebuild. If you know anything about Chapter 13 bankruptcy, they take out what they're supposed to take out, no matter how much your paycheck is. And so there were weeks where we literally lived off of $50 to get groceries and gas and to buy our son lunch, uniforms, whatever that we needed. And there were many times that we had to borrow money. I bet for about 4 or 5 days out of the week, we would eat dinner at my in-laws' house that lived behind us in the subdivision, because we literally had no food at all. No joke, we had nothing. So I decided to sign up for Beachbody about 3 years into bankruptcy. I took $40 out of our savings account. No one wanted me to sign up as a Beachbody coach. I had no support. I had 100 friends on Facebook. I am a huge introvert. If you meet me in public, I am the one that is in the corner, and no one supported this decision. But I had an urge that I wanted something more. I actually just wanted $100 a month to pay for a vacation that we had never been able to afford to go on. And that was my driving force. That was my why, was a vacation. And that kept me going through the hard times, even the times that I wanted to quit. This business has completely changed me mentally, physically, financially. In 2013, I was matching the dentist I was working for. I was matching her income and decided to come home full time. That means no more asking my in-laws to take my kids to the doctor. That means that I'm able to go on field trips at this point, and we can travel no matter where, no matter what time, with no hesitations. A year later, I brought my husband home, and I've been an elite coach for the past 2 years. We now earn combined around $6,000 a week. We never go below the $6,000 mark. I started this business making roughly $100 a week for a year in this business because I've continued to stay steady and focus on the unsexy 3 vital behaviors. This business has completely changed me. We just got back from a Disney cruise. We go every year now. This time we went for 5 days, and we had such a fun time together. Next year, we will go on a 7-day cruise if we can survive being in a room together, all 5 of us. And it's creating those memories with our children. We're both able to do whatever we want with our children. Our youngest is still at home, and so we're able to spend time with Chloe every single day. I'm able to volunteer at Callie's school and go on field trips. Every one that she has, I go on. I was able to volunteer at her fall festival this past week. And that is what has truly changed me. It's not the money, and it's not anything else. It's the memories that I'm able to create with my children, and for my children to say that they're proud of what their mommy does, because I never thought that they would be proud of me. So I want you to think about that on that note. Where's my screen? Hold on. Okay, so I want you to think about that as we end this call, and think about what your big goal is. What makes you cry? What's that goal that you want so bad that you feel it in your stomach and that you want to go after, even if you don't have the support? What is it that you want so bad that you can taste it, and so bad that it makes you cry? And I want you to go after that. And if you want to write it on my wall, I posted a picture of myself before we did the call. If you want to comment your big why or comment your takeaway in that, or if you want to post it in Fierce Renegade, I would love to read them. And I hope that you took some type of nugget away and that you run after your goal and you run after your passion, because what you want matters tremendously out of this life. So have a good night and hope to talk to you later.